Coach, how great is it to have a backup like Alex who, is not going to come in all wide-eyed and, looking around, and a guy you don't have to pare down the playbook at all for?
Right. Yeah, he's a pro. I mean, he's been a pro since he's gotten here. We knew what we were getting. He's a polished guy. He's a winner. He's proved that at a high level. And all he's done is work his butt off to get to where, when he has an opportunity like this, and he's going to take full advantage of it. So I'm excited to see him.
After going back and watching film of Alex, I guess what did you see from him on Saturday? What did he do well?
He just made good decisions with the ball, and he's got a little bit of mobility where he's able to move around and create some plays, which is good for our offense. Allows the receivers to work on our scramble rules and get out there and get open for him. So I thought he did a really nice job just commanding the offense and doing what we needed him to do.
How valuable is his experience from Wisconsin in helping the poise in the huddle and confidence for the team? Did you see any of that transfer to the team and the comeback?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said earlier, he's not a guy where he's scared to get on the field, hadn't done it before, doesn't know what's going to happen. He's been there. He's played in big games, been in big stadiums, played in front of large crowds. So all that plays into just the experience factor, and you can't buy it. You got to live it. He's lived it, and we're fortunate that we have him.
Like James, even after he got hurt, he was still engaged on the sideline, still celebrating with his teammates. I guess what does it say about both him and Alex that there's no animosity between them?
Yeah, I told James it was probably the most impressive thing I saw from him is just the way that he was being such a great teammate. After he went down, obviously didn't want to get hurt, but the way that he responded and was cheering on Alex and all of his teammates, and just so excited to win, it just shows kind of where this team is moving as far as guys being selfless, and that was great to see.
What did you see between Virginia game and this past week in terms of fourth quarter execution?
We just executed better. We had plays to be made in both games, and we didn't make them 2 weeks ago. We made them this week, so it made the difference in the ball game.
And closing out the game and kind of changing that end of game script from those first couple of times in that situation, just for the confidence of the team.
Ask that again. What did you ask?
Just what can't closing out a game like that and winning after you kind of let those leads slip away in the first two games? What can that do for the confidence of the team?
Oh, it's huge. It's been one of the things that you kind of felt here is just not really sure that you're always going to win a game from the players, and those guys, they had to fight through that adversity, and I thought that the sideline was tremendous. The guys were always encouraging each other that, hey, we're good, we're going to make a play. The defense made the play, and then we were able to execute offensively and go down and score. And then, defense get another stop, and offense being able to get another one in. So it was huge for us to be able to finish the game that way. I think that'll really help us moving forward this week.
What kind of growth have you seen from the skill position guys and their willingness to go downfield and block?
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten better each week with that, and it's been a point of emphasis. Coach Dugan does a great job with those guys and really emphasizing that each week, and it's just being selfless. Whatever those guys can do to help your team. It's not about catching 10 balls a game. Everybody's got a role. We got to all do our job, and if we do that, we'll be successful.
Coach, y'all average take away the errant snap on Saturday, you guys average 3.9 yards per carry. Can you talk about the development of the offensive line as they learn the scheme and where you guys are compared to week one?
Yeah, they're just more on the same page, and we're trying not to make things too complicated for them as well. Now the defense, they've complicated some things for us, but we try to keep those guys, we're all moving in the same direction. And I think, I've said it every week, Coach Clemens does an unbelievable job, and 3.9 yards a carry is not good. I mean, that's not where we want to be. But it is a step in the right direction. We've got to continue to do that. And then obviously Cam Akers can make you right when you're wrong.
Nobody scores on every single possession, but the way you guys come out in the first quarter has been really nothing short of impressive. The second quarter, is it coming too easy to the guys that there's complacency in the second quarter? What is the execution sort of drop off in your mind in those parts of the game?
Well, I mean, defense has guys on scholarship too. Their job's to stop us. So I've told the guys we want to be explosive. We want to be scoring on every possession. Realistically, it's not going to happen. But we do have the ability, and I think the scheme and the players to be able to do that. It's just, if we have a penalty here and there, then that can set you back on drives and get behind the sticks. It changes things for you offensively. So we just got to stay on schedule and continue to believe that we can score on every possession, and it's out there. We just got to do a better job executing.
And you as a play caller, where the ball is on the hash seems to be an important part of your rhythm in calling plays. With Alex being a lefty, does that change anything for you in calling and being comfortable throwing things out there?
Yeah, I feel like he's good, if we are sprinting out either way, that he's capable of doing both of those. But you definitely got to have that in the back of your mind.
NC State's been pretty strong against the run. What have you seen from their defense as a whole so far this season?
Yeah, they're an attacking defense. They do a really good job. Both the coordinators that they have there understand the scheme that they're running, and they put their guys in position to be successful. They got a lot of guys that are eyes are on the ball, and they're stopping the run, and they do a very good job at it. So it's a great challenge for us this week.
Gabe was a guy who switched positions last year from fullback to tight end. When you got here, did he look like a tight end to you, or did he look more like a fullback playing tight end?
I didn't want to classify him as a fullback or tight end. I knew that he was a big skilled body who was a tough blocker that had some hands. And then once we kind of got to know him, he got hurt in the spring a little bit. But Gabe's been awesome. You know, he's a tough guy that still has the skill to be able to get out there, and he can make some plays on the edge, which you saw last week. So we're really excited to have him in that tight end room. Is really good with Cam and Trey as well.
With Alex moving out the pocket, keeping plays alive with his legs isn't really something he had to do at Wisconsin. Are you impressed how quickly he's kind of picked up and looked pretty natural doing that?
Yeah, he's, you know, the offense was so different there. You know, most of the time they had 22 guys all right there, and for it to be spread, I know that he really enjoys just playing in this type of system. It's been so much different than anything he's played in. So hopefully he'll thrive in it.
If James weren't to go, I imagine Jordan would be next in line behind Alex. How have you seen Jordan kind of progress, and do you feel he'd be able to pick things up as quickly as Alex was able to?
Yeah, we'll see. You know, Jordan's a little younger, a little less experienced, but he's, you know, I told him he's got to treat himself as a starting quarterback right now, and you know, we'll see where James is at, but he definitely has to prepare that way.
The throw from Alex to DJ on second 20, is that the first read for him? And I mean, how big is that play for you guys right there? That's a huge game-turning play almost.
Yeah, it's a huge play. It was, you know, second 20, we had been backed up, had a negative play, had a penalty, and I think that was off the turnover too. So that was huge to get that drive going. He had a couple reads on the play. He stayed over there on DJ, put it up, and DJ made a great catch. Very impressive.
How are you feeling so far about the red zone offense right now?
You know, I'd like to score more touchdowns in the red zone, but I feel like we've been pretty good down there. I mean, I don't know what our percentages are. I don't really keep stats, but I feel like just offhand we've been pretty good.